If you guys need any cards, sleeves, packs, anything of that nature, please consider using my TCG Player affiliate link. It's in the description. It's completely free, and it's a great way to help support the channel. What's good, YouTube? We've kind of been running out of decks to use for the well-worn path, so I wanted to deliver some more serious, competitive kind of content. Well, serious and competitive, by my standards, by which I mean I'm playing against an opponent who is playing a good deck, and I'm just playing some whack pile. So this is going to be me versus Snack. Snack's playing. For those of you who don't know, Snack is my teammate, captain of the Crow's Nest, a very good player. She's playing Vayu Turbo in this video, and I am playing my Moja Cat build, which is extremely fun deck that I've featured several times on the channel already. We open a kind of going first hand. This is actually a really good going second hand because Beast Striker Pitch King is like crazy into set monster. It's very good. So I decided to just do it anyway, though, because we don't really have another play. So we just do this, summon this, summon this. It turned out being pretty good because I think she ends up setting the Oppression. So if we had waited, we would have gotten punished. So here we get Oppressioned. We have the creature swap, thinking that that is Raikou or Hamster. Either way, we can use it. She has the Judgment. So now, it is true that she has stopped all of our plays, but she's spent a bunch of life points doing it, so we can easily find a way to game shot. We got a big advantage here. We didn't actually lose any card advantage whatsoever, and she ends up popping the king as well because she kind of has to, because Vayu doesn't deal too well with this guy. So we end up hitting in with the Beast Striker and getting even more damage. I could have even main phase 2 pitch to make her pay 8 more, but I didn't think it was worth it. I mean, that's just a hard neg 2 to make her pay 8. That's so bad. If the Oppression weren't there, it would obviously be great because you could just bring back King again, and now it's once again you must answer this guy that is bigger than all of your beaters. And Plague is pretty much the only way they do that. So here she goes for the Vayu play. I think I just Torrential. I decide to not be any greedier with the Torrential than that, and then I summon Card Trooper and attack for game. So pretty quick game number 1. She kind of spent all of her life points on turn number 1. So game 2, we open up. It's not great. I figure I kind of just have to hope it's Raikou. I think with a hand like this, because I could have just set it. But then it's that plays into Caius. So I think I was better off just hitting and hoping for it to be the best case scenario. We set everything to make sure she doesn't hit that Iron Wall, because that Iron Wall, we just need that Iron Wall. So she goes for the Vayu play. She's not going to use it. We get Trooper. Okay, so it's a lower investment play than Cat that fills up our graveyard for Avarice. So I can see why I did that. We hit into the Greffer to play around Book of Moon, and also because we don't want her pitching more stuff. Makes sense. She just does nothing here, which I don't know if that was right. I feel like maybe Summon Armageddon Knight is fine. But anyway, we're gonna mill again. We're gonna get that Avarice Live. Yeah, because getting to mill again just made that Avarice Live for me. So now we have an actual card in our hand. We get Deprisoned. We flip Iron Wall. She has Book though, which maybe I just shouldn't have attacked here because the Book of Moon is really good on the Hamster. She does sort of have to get rid of the Iron Wall, but instead she opts to get rid of the Raikou, which I think was a mistake. You just have to out this Iron Wall, right? You can't play the game under Iron Wall as Vayu Turbo. Okay, so I guess she wanted to storm it. I don't know, though. I feel like this was a bad storm. I feel like this entire play was bad. You should have just popped the Iron Wall and, done your Vayu plays. I mean, you would have gotten crowed anyway. But now you're crowed after you stormed your own Solemn Judgment. So I feel like it was worse. But anyway, we go for Cat, hit over everything, and then make Android or something. She goes, okay, she has Gale. So this is really sort of for us. We can Crow to stop it, but she's going to gain a bajillion life. And we're out of Avarice. We have no more Avarices already because we ended up opening 2 of them, and then one of them got stormed and the other one got milled. So the situation is not so great, and we're drawing a bunch of normal summons, which we don't really want. And okay, the Burial just kills me here, actually. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a weird game number 2. It felt like we should have won, but we kind of ran out of gas at the end there. We go set Raikou here when it's such a tempo oriented deck. Vayu is like really worse going second, I think, than going first. It's one of the reasons I don't like playing the deck. I just despise decks that suck so much worse going second than going first. And if you have Armonite or Trooper or Sangan or something, well, I don't know if they play Sangan, but if you have Armonite or Trooper, it could be like fine to hit into the set Raikou here. Obviously, if it's set Hamster, they're screwed anyway, but yeah, they really struggle when they open these flip monsters going second. So Snack does not have a lot of plays here. She sets the other Raikou, and then that just gets Raikou'd. Like, that's a feels bad. And now we have the Dust Shoot too, so this is feeling pretty over to me. I think we end up taking the Greffer. Yeah. And then she sets, I assume it's Spirit Reaper, so I decided to rebook my Raikou. And then I just play into the Mirror Force. She's not getting a better Mirror Force than this, so she chooses to use it right away, which I think was right, because I mean, I knew about it anyway, so there's no point in trying to slow roll that. We go for Pot of Avarice. We draw the second Moja, which is not great. We could just revive King, though, is the thing. Yeah, we do revive King. It gets Bottomless, which is not great, because now we don't have a King in rotation. However, she's just going to switch to defense, and then we hit over the Vayu with the Moja. Then she hits over the Moja with the Sirocco. We get back a giant rat. We're just chilling. We go rat into cat. We go Cold Wave, force the Judgment. Then we use the cat. We go rat. I think we get booked. And then we can slam in and get Grand Mole. And I believe I know this card is Burial. So it's going to get used at some point here. All right, we hit with this, and then I make a huge throw. I should not have called like this. Should have just saved this card. I mean, it's not going to matter too much. We have Double Crow. But she has Armonite, so we can't like fully stop these plays. But we do just win with the Gores, I think. Yeah, like she's just got on 700 life and then hits into Gores, so then she loses that game. Unfortunate. Alright, so match number 2. I think we end up... Oh, we won RPS. This time we have the Raikou, so... That's pretty good. She just goes charge, set Raikou. No, she sets the Vayu, and I get a little bit screwed on my mind con there. But it's not going to tremendously matter, because we have like so many ways to mess her up here. We Mirror Force the Vayu just so I can book this guy again, and then reflip it. But I don't mill any monsters, so now my Avarice is just super dead. And yeah, we're in this weird situation where we can't draw a monster for some reason for several turns here. I think we draw MST and then we draw Heavy. Fortunately, the Torrential is going to stop me from getting anything ripped, but it just takes us way too long to draw a monster. We didn't draw a monster again. And then we in-face space, and then we finally draw a monster, so we can do a play here. But it's like too little too late. She has just Brain Kai's in hand, so there's nothing we do here matters, really. Unless we draw some back row, but I think we just draw more monsters. So if we'd drawn Book, maybe, we could have had a chance, but we did not, so we just died of Brain Kai's. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We maybe had a chance there if we had gotten some lucky breaks towards the end, but didn't go our way. And this game we get Dust Shooted, but it is like a going second Dust Shoot, so it's not as big of a deal. She just takes a rat, which was probably wrong. I feel like you should always take Tragodia here. Yeah, I mean, when presented with the option of taking the thing they have one of and the thing they have two of, you should take the thing they have one of in like 95% of situations or something. So I hit in, she kills my rat, I just set the hamster. She summons the Trooper, which is very good into the hamster. I go for the Airbellum, hoping that I just draw a monster and then I can hand rip, but I'm not so lucky. And then I get Brain Cons, and she rips a card. I drop the Trag right away, and the other card she rips is just like the dead King of the Beast. So we summon the Mole. The Caius hilariously can't banish anything so long as the Iron Wall's on the field. I MST the new one because the last one didn't do anything. The last one is just an Allure she can't activate because she's under Iron Wall. So we bounce, then we set Raikou, and then she sets Raikou, then I draw Avarice, which is a really good draw for me. Gonna put everything back, draw 2, pop the monster, summon Sangan, attack. So we were very much chilling at this point. And I think she like does some cursed stack plague for Caius. And then Plague's not banished because of Iron Wall, and then Caius doesn't banish anything because of Iron Wall, and then I bounce it with Grand Wall, hit indirect. So she can't use that card. She tries to space, and then I flip the other one, and then that's just going to be the end of the game because she got a bunch of cards that don't even work under Iron Wall. Iron Wall's an insane side deck card if you can actually support it. Here we have the Trooper going second against the Raikou, which is quite good. This game I did some like weird siding thing where I took out a bunch of my back row, I think. So here we go for Avarice, and then do we end up attacking everything? Okay, we bring back King because we milled it because we're lucky. And then she Raikou's the King, which is fine. Hit for 19. I maybe shouldn't have done this, but I made Brio to make my Avarice live. I felt like I just really needed some defense, but we don't draw any defense because I like sided out my defense. I knew that she would bring in a bunch of Spell Trap hate because of the Iron Walls screwing her over in game 2, so I took out some back row. And it ends up sort of messing me up. I wish I just had any defense cards this game besides, well, I have Gores, I guess. Gores is like the one hope keeping me in this game. So she goes for Dark End, which means I don't take any damage that turn. So it actually kind of was beneficial. Then she Dark Ends my Hamster, but I drop Gores. So the Gores is pretty good here. She's only got one Battle Trap, and I decide we can't afford to play into Mirror. She deprisons the Rat, which is not great. And then, unfortunately, we can't get any value out of this Brain Control at the moment. She goes Sirocco, hit over. You know what? Here I should have gone for game. Maybe. It wouldn't have worked. But I could have gone for it. I could have gone this pitch to get the Moja at least and have another monster on the field. And then when the Moja died, it would like float back into something. I don't know. I don't know if that was correct or not. I definitely should have Raikou'd a back row instead of that, though. Because if I had Raikou'd hit the bottomless, and then I'd gone for this play, I would have just won the duel. Yeah, okay. So maybe that was the screw up. Well, she had the set value, but still, we should leave the Brain Control target on the board. And then we are going to live because we have the Crow. And then we hit, and she pops her own Vayu, and then I have no way to stay alive, so it was a kind of awkward, weird game number 3. I just I didn't have much defense. I just kept drawing monsters because of the weird way that I sided. So that definitely probably lost me that game. If I had this Book of Moon, I could have booked down my card trooper, kept myself alive maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the matches were still pretty cool, pretty good. Always fun playing the Moja Cat deck. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Use my TCG Player link if you are ever shopping there, and I will see you next time.